Hello, West Bloomfield! Wow, what a night. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. It is so meaningful for me to celebrate this momentous night here at Handelman Hall in the JCC. I am filled with so many memories. You know, I have said before that my candidacy is my greatest love letter to the Jewish community, without which I just would not be standing here. I cannot help but think tonight about the phrase "lador vador," which means from generation to generation in Hebrew. Jews use this phrase to illustrate the duty to pass down our teachings and our heritage from one generation to the next. That is, after all, how the Jewish people has survived despite 2,000 years of persecution. To me, lador vador ponders questions beyond chronology. What is our role in this world? What is our responsibility to those who came before us? And what do we want to leave behind for those who come after? And most of all, what will we do with our one precious life? It was in seeking to answer these questions for myself in my own life that I decided to enter politics. 6 years ago, I joined Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign as a field organizer in West Bloomfield and Commerce. I helped advocate for a stronger, more resilient Michigan on Governor Whitmer's team. After mass shootings targeted the Jewish and LGBTQ communities in Pittsburgh and Orlando, I leapt into action, founding the Michigan Democratic Jewish Caucus and working to empower and mobilize Jewish Michiganders to organize collectively to take on hate and extremism. Then I joined the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office, supporting the work to ensure that equal justice for all is not just a slogan, but actual institutional practice in our community. My political career has been fulfilling and wondrous, but I never imagined that it would lead me here tonight. Running for office was just never part of the plan. It was never something I dreamed of or aspired to. But I decided to run last year because I was sick and tired of my hometown, West Bloomfield, being gerrymandered and treated as an afterthought in the policymaking conversations in Lansing. And I believe fiercely that our community deserves passionate, forward-thinking, and relentless leaders who exhaust every path to find innovative, common-sense solutions. Leaders who care more about their community than their title. That's the kind of person I am, and that's the kind of representative I will be. When we began this journey over 11 months ago, it was hard to imagine victory. I was 25 years old, running to take on a Republican incumbent in a gerrymandered district designed never to elect a Democrat. And there were those who doubted we had what it took, who doubted we could run the aggressive, disciplined campaign necessary to win. Often, the biggest doubter in the room was me. But time and again, this community lifted me up, you had faith in me, and helped me believe that I was worthy. And I could not be more grateful. I cannot tell you what it means to have so many people, so many of you, believe in not only me, but in our shared vision for the future. Together, we proved that a 26-year-old could not only compete against older, more established opponents, but shatter statewide fundraising records, earn the overwhelming majority of endorsements from trusted leaders and organizations, and build a wide, diverse coalition to victory. And we did it our own way, with passion and heart, with strength and conviction, and with humility and positivity. So, my friends, it is with deep humility, excitement, and endless gratitude that I tell you that while there are still votes left to count, it is clear that we have won this election decisively. Thank you. Thank you. I am so honored to stand before you as your Democratic nominee for state representative in Michigan's 20th House District. To every person across West Bloomfield, Commerce, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Bloomfield who voted for me, I cannot thank you enough. I'm overwhelmed by your support and humbled by your trust in me to represent our community with faith and fidelity. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. To everyone who knocked on doors or who made calls to voters, thank you. To everyone who contributed financially, whether it was $5 or $500, and helped me shatter those fundraising records, thank you. To our elected officials and community organizations who endorsed me, who believed in me, to all my family and friends who took my 1 a.m. phone calls, who helped me believe in all that I could be, thank you. There are a few people I want to acknowledge in particular. First, thank you to my team. To Charlie Norton, Matt Helbig, Justin Brown, Marley Kroll, and Laura Hershen. I could not have done this without you. Thank you for putting your heart and soul into this effort alongside me. To Brenda Lawrence, Haley Stevens, Dana Nessel, Dave Coulter, Steve Kaplan, Jonathan Warshay, Diane Swimmer, Marsha Gershenson, Kristen Nelson, and Randy Sakwa, thank you for believing in me and for your wisdom and your guidance throughout this campaign. To my Kego Harbor family, to Kirsten Douglas, Ashley Atisha, Rob Kalman, John Fletcher, Brian Lample, and Lori Gilman, thank you for your warmth and friendship and your Dairy Queen-fueled conversations. To Crystal Jabiro, Stephanie Kreider, Amy Mindell, Tracy Belanca, Aaron Hughes, and Carolina Noguez, thank you for being my confidants, my therapists, and my thought partners in this journey. To Jean Farber, the first person to tell me that I should run for office and to run for this seat over 2 years ago, thank you for illuminating the path. I'd like to recognize my grandma and grandpa, Harriet and Harold Goodman, my puppy Charlotte, and of course my Zeta Meyer, who I know is here with us in spirit right now. I'm so thankful to share this night with you. To my older brother Alec, and my twin brother Evan, who is watching live from Chicago, I love you so much. And to my parents, Edie and Steve Arbit, I don't even know what to say. I know it's been a long and winding road that we've traveled together. Thank you for staying with me and for believing me when I said, trust me, I know the way. So many people helped me on this journey, but tonight's victory is not about one person. It is about all of us. It is about the kind of community we are here in Greater West Bloomfield and Commerce, and the kind of Michigan we want to build together. The kind of Michigan where every person has the rights and opportunities to go as far as their talents and ambitions will take them. The kind of Michigan where every child is raised believing that there are no constraints, no limits on what he or she can achieve. The kind of Michigan where every person has a place and a home, no matter where you come from, the color of your skin, the zip code of your home, how you worship, or who you love. The kind of Michigan that protects every person's unalienable rights. That's what I believe in. That's what I'm fighting for. This moment is so meaningful to me personally because, like so many across our community and state, I know what it's like to feel unseen, unheard, and alone. I know what it's like to not be able to see through to getting out of bed and taking care of yourself because you're stuck, because you have no hope that things will get better, that you will ever make it through the darkness. Like so many, I have struggled with depression, anxiety, ADHD, and coming out. Growing up, I was all too used to hearing my teachers say, but you have so much potential. I struggled to find my place in a world that still made me feel as if all of those things were wrong and shameful. The difference between existing in that space and standing before you tonight is the resources and opportunities that I had to ensure that my struggles weren't sentences. But that just isn't the case for far too many across our state. And I am no more worthy than anyone across our state, from Kego Harbor to Copper Harbor, who dreams just as big as I do, but doesn't have those resources. My friends, the fact that there are people in our community and across the state of Michigan who lack access to mental health care, a quality education, childcare, who lack the opportunities to pursue and achieve their ambitions, that is a policy choice that we make. And it's time we made a different one. That's why I'm running to serve our community. Because middle school Noah, high school Noah, college Noah could never have dreamt of this moment. I wish I could go back in time and walk up to him, sitting alone by his locker, crouched down, hiding behind a book. I wish I could shake him by the shoulders and tell him, I know you can't see it right now. I know that you think it will always be this way, that you will always feel alone. But listen to me when I tell you, you will be okay. You will struggle. You will strive. You will fight, but you will survive, and you will succeed and achieve beyond your wildest dreams. Just hold on. I wish I could tell him that. So instead, I say now to every person who is struggling right now, who cannot see beyond that darkness, who is fighting to stay afloat, please, just hold on a little while longer. Things will change and they will get better. You will be okay. And you are so worthy of success, of happiness, and of love. Just hold on. And to every gay kid, every LGBTQ kid in this state and in this country, I want you to know there are many people in this life who will try to tell you what you are or what you can be. Do not listen to them. Do not ever change for anyone. Don't waste this one precious life being anything other than that fearless, truest you. Take it from someone who wasted far too much time hiding and suffering. I have walked in your shoes and I have fought your fights, and now I will fight for you. Because standing here right now as your next state representative, I finally feel that I am right here, right now, exactly where I am supposed to be. One of my favorite sayings goes, when I enter heaven, God will say, show me your wounds. If I say, Lord, I have no wounds, he will ask, was there nothing worth fighting for? In a world where 1/4 of LGBTQ youth attempted suicide in the year 2021, there is everything worth fighting for. In a world where hate crime spiked over 200% year on year, there is everything worth fighting for. In a world where unrepentant racists, anti-Semites, and white supremacists are elected to the halls of power, there is everything worth fighting for. In a world where American children cower underneath their desks in classrooms, where politicians demand teachers carry deadly weapons but refuse to fund their budgets. In a world where the right to autonomy over your own body, the right to get married, the right to vote are all conditional and ephemeral. Lord, I will show you my wounds because there is everything worth fighting for. Tonight's victory marks just one signpost along our journey. Tonight, we embark on a new phase as we head into the general election. Over the next 3 months, I will traverse the 20th House District, making the case to Democrats, independents, and moderate Republicans that I am the candidate best equipped to represent our community in the state legislature. Because I believe fiercely that our agenda is an agenda for every person in this community. Because it's time we work to build Michigan's economy for the 21st century. An economy that allows young people like me to stay and raise families of our own. An economy that creates world-class jobs, protects workers' rights and dignity, enables small businesses to thrive, and ensures that quality healthcare, public education, water, and equal access to the ballot are rights and not privileges. So tonight, I want to invite all of those who believe in building a more resilient Michigan to join our campaign. To all those who believe that investing in mental health resources for kids, seniors, and everyone in between, join us. To all those who share my commitment to making Michigan a national leader on hate crimes prevention, intervention, and prosecution, join us. To all those who believe that the American dream is big enough for all of us and the place to revitalize it is right here in the state of Michigan, join us. Join us because this election could not be more vital. We face a deep crisis in our democracy, and our most basic, fundamental rights are under assault. The threats arrayed against us are deep, systemic, and the stakes could not be higher. Over the course of this campaign, many have asked me, why can't we just get along? Why are we so polarized? I've thought a lot about this, and I think I've come up with an answer. I think our politics ceased being about marginal tax rates and the degree to which government should foot the bill for healthcare a long time ago. And now, our politics revolves around who counts, who belongs, and who has rights as an American. There are two answers to this question. One answer says that only certain people have rights. Another answer says that everyone has rights worthy of protection. That, my friends, is what I believe. Tonight, I cannot help but reflect on my own family's journey. In the early 1900s, my great-grandparents fled persecution and poverty in Eastern Europe and immigrated to Detroit, the engine of the world. They spoke little English and had little money, But through grit and determination, they became market vendors and shop owners. They worked relentlessly to give their children a better life than they knew. And they did. 3 generations later, I was born. Growing up here, right at Lone Pine and Middlebelt, shaped me profoundly, instilling in me the values of integrity, hard work, and service. I have fond memories of how my brothers and I spent our summers bike riding up the West Bloomfield Trail to grab Yo's Yogurt or a Kigo Dairy Queen, and learning how to wakeboard at Pine Lake Ski School. We spent many days eating brunch at Stage Deli or just omelets with our grandma and grandpa before catching a movie at United Artists or enjoying 9 holes at Glenmore with Bubby. My parents chose to raise my brothers and I here because they knew West Bloomfield to be a wonderful place to raise a family. And that's why I want to represent our community. I don't believe my great-grandparents could ever have imagined this moment. But that is the beauty of this country. It may sound singular, but my story is the story of so many in America, an unbroken chain of service and of giving back and of building something better for the future. L'Adore Vador, from generation to generation, building something better. As Coretta Scott King once said, freedom is never really won. It must be earned and won in every generation. This is our moment to win that fight. And I know we will rise to that challenge together. My friends, I pledge to you that I will wake up every morning and work my heart out for the people of this community that I love, for West Bloomfield, Commerce, and the Lakes. Thank you so much, and good night.